वेलकम टू दिस डीप डाइव विश्लेषण। आज हम एक ऐसे टॉपिक पर बात करने वाले हैं जो सीधा हमारे अंदर की आवाज से जुड़ा है। The art of unbecoming. I mean, think about it. Have you ever felt completely disconnected from your own life? Kind of like you're playing a role in a movie you never even auditioned for? Well, if that hits home, you are exactly where you need to be right now.
I don't know who I am anymore. Just sit with that for a second. ये एक बहुत ही भारी बोझ है ना? It's a sentence so many of us quietly whisper to ourselves, maybe after a brutal phase of burnout, or honestly, just after years of trying to live up to everyone else's expectations. It's the sheer, exhausting weight of that constant, nagging anxiety, log kya kahenge? And we carry that weight, day in and day out, until we literally stop recognizing the person staring back at us in the mirror.
पहचान खोने का एहसास, that deep feeling of losing your identity.
Okay, so let's dive right into this. You see, ये खालीपन अचानक से overnight नहीं आता है. It creeps in over years. Society हमें कुछ silent rules सिखाती है, right? Things like अच्छे बच्चे रोते नहीं. Be practical. माँ बाप को निराश मत करो. Or the big one, success makes you valuable. And the crazy part is, these messages aren't always spoken out loud. Sometimes they are just communicated through a parent's disappointed sigh or a sudden burst of praise from society when you achieve something big. Suddenly, over time, we learn exactly which parts of us are acceptable and which parts we need to lock away forever just to earn love and a sense of belonging.
Section 2. Bachpan se mukhoton tak. From childhood, straight to the masks we wear.
Think about it. बचपन में हम कितने completely authentic होते हैं. We laugh loudly, we cry freely, बिना एक सेकंड सोचे कि हम too much हो रहे हैं. But as we grow up, our survival instincts kick in. It's actually evolutionary psychology. Our brains literally interpret social acceptance as safety and rejection as a life-threatening danger. तो हम fit in होने के लिए मुखौटे पहनने लगते हैं. We wear these masks so much that we eventually confuse the crowd's acceptance with our actual identity. We genuinely start to believe that being accepted by the group is the exact same thing as being ourselves.
Section 3. Asli banam adarsh roop. The core conflict of our psychological struggle.
Now, what's really interesting here is how psychologist Carl Rogers breaks this struggle down. On one side, you have your asli pehchan, your real self. This is made up of your genuine values, your natural quirks, and your raw, unfiltered interests. But on the other side is your ideal self. ये एक ऐसी image है जो दूसरों की expectation से बनी है. Now, having goals isn't a bad thing at all, but the problem pops up when this ideal self is built solely to earn respect and approval from others rather than actually reflecting who you are deep down.
Rogers actually called this disconnect incongruence. It's basically what happens when the life you present to the world no longer reflects who you are inside. When the gap between your real self and that ideal self gets way too wide, you enter the state. और यही वजह है कि आप देखेंगे लोग बाहर से तो wildly successful लगते हैं, पर अंदर से एक गहरा खोखलापन महसूस करते हैं. You might have the perfect job, the perfect title, the perfect house, but you quietly wonder, why doesn't this life feel like mine?
Section 4. Ghutan or fasle. The suffocation and the distance. Living in that state of incongruence is a painful, honestly suffocating reality. It looks like saying yes to projects or family obligations when every single cell in your body is screaming no. So, let's just reflect on this together for a moment. Did I choose this life, or did fear choose it for me? Did you pick your career because it genuinely excites you, or just because it earns respect from your peers? Are your daily choices driven by genuine passion, या सिर्फ लोग क्या कहेंगे उसके डर से? And then, take it a step further and ask yourself, what parts of myself have I abandoned? किस हिस्से को आपने पीछे छोड़ दिया just to fit into someone else's mold? Really think about your true personality, your weird little quirks, your wild ideas that you locked away forever just so you could be the person everyone else wanted you to be.
Section 5. खुद की ओर वापसी. Returning to yourself.
Now, here is the good news. If you've realized you're wearing these masks, you can absolutely learn to take them off. And this brilliantly illustrates the point. Finding yourself isn't about inventing some brand new, hyper-optimized identity. Think of a master sculptor working on a block of marble. The beauty is revealed by gently chiseling away everything that hides the true form underneath, not by adding more material. अपने असली रूप को पहचानना exactly ऐसे ही काम करता है. It's about gently removing the layers, the fears, the expectations, and the roles that were never really yours to begin with.
Modern psychology completely backs this up through something called self-determination theory. It's based on 3 basic pillars you need for lasting well-being. First up is autonomy, living by your own values, not external pressure. Second is competence, feeling capable of learning and growing.
And third is relatedness, experiencing genuine connections जहाँ लोग आपको आपके असली रूप के लिए accept करें, ना कि आपके मुखौटे के लिए. Rebuilding your life around these three core needs, that is how you realign with your true self.
The practical terms में आपको शुरुआत कहाँ से करनी है? You don't need to quit your job, pack your bags, and escape to the mountains. No, you start right here, today. First, notice what drains your energy. This perfectly identifies your forced behaviors. Next, unplug from your phone. It creates the quiet space you desperately need for your true thoughts. And honestly, journal करें. Just write without worrying if your thoughts sound impressive or grammatically correct. It helps you actually hear your own authentic voice. Becoming yourself is really just about becoming curious right where you are.
Section 6. Saki Shanti kya hai? Rethinking what healing actually means. So, the absolutely crucial point here is, as we unburden ourselves and chisel away those false layers, what are we actually aiming for? Well, authenticity isn't about becoming fearless. It's about becoming honest. The authentic self isn't some perfect, enlightened guru who never gets scared. It still feels fear, it still feels grief, and it definitely still faces failure. असली शांति तब नहीं मिलती जब हम perfect बन जाते हैं और सबकी approval पा लेते हैं. बल्कि शांति तब मिलती है जब हम दुनिया की approval के लिए खुद को पीछे छोड़ना बंद कर देते हैं.
Perhaps the greatest journey of adulthood isn't becoming someone new. It's simply remembering the person you were all along. दुनिया तो आपको हमेशा नए मुखौटे देती रहेगी, right? Telling you to be more successful, more productive, more perfect. But peace rarely comes from putting a new mask on. So I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. आज आप कौन सा मुखौटा उतारेंगे? Thank you for joining me in this Vishleshan. Until next time, stay curious and, most importantly, stay true to yourself.